Good day all, welcome back to Cruisin Classics YouTube channel, where today we have for you a 1940 Ford Deluxe. Beautiful looking old cruiser, dressed in a pretty darn slick coat of garnet maroon paint. High driver quality paint. I mean, you can be proud to take this to any car show. Bright work on it, looks really good. Solid frame, undercarriage is clean, clean, clean. Start with some of these cool features here. The split windshield with the nice chrome down the center. You can see we've got that cowl ventilator that just pops up with a lever from inside the car. This cool spine that runs all the way down the hood and leads you down to this cool grille. And the coolest thing in my mind about this hood is the latch that opens it. You simply put your hand under here, grab that, and then lift up the hood. Really, really cool. You can see the bright work's in great shape. Chrome bumpers, you can see your reflection in. And we've got some gorgeous teardrop style headlight bezels. Looking down the side of the car, you can see how starting up front here, we've got this really nice side trim that continues all the way down. Kind of follows the rear fender curving down at the end and looks just beautiful. Wheel and tire treatment, perfect for this car. Coker wide white wall tires. You've got body color steel wheels. These great looking caps and beauty rings. Just a beautiful look that really accentuates the car. Looking over here, this lamp does work. And I'll show you later on when we get inside the car. And here we've got some really elegant dual chrome side mirrors. I love the little swerve there that it has. You can see that body trim go on down. Running boards, solid as a rock. You can feel free to stand on them. And they've got this really, really nice newer rubber mats. Looks spectacular. You can see trim is new. Everything looks very, very sharp. Big back end of this car. Plenty of headroom and leg room for your rear seat passengers. It's like being driven around in a limousine in this car. I'm gonna shrink it down a little so we can get a little more in. There we go. Around back, lots of cool features. You see you got a bright chrome gas cap, your Sergeant stripe tail lights, another gleaming chrome bumper, this really cool opener for the trunk, and we'll pop that in just a second. Some nice Ford V8 badging, and the coolest part, a split rear window. Awesome. Oh, I almost forgot. The flared singular Ford tailpipe there. Very nice. Let's open up the trunk. There's not a lot in here to speak of. Floor mats, stack of receipts from work done over the last couple years. No spare tire. That's it, plain and simple. Car is laser straight down the sides. The body panel fitment is good. The sides are just smooth all the way down. And again, excellent looking paint on this 40 Ford Deluxe. As nice as it looks, I'll tell you, it's even nicer the way this car drives. Smooth as silk, the engine fires right up. Sounds wonderful. It's so quiet when you're in the car, you actually have to rev it to be able to recognize that the engine's even running. Now that we're back up front, I'm going to pause briefly. We're going to open the hood and talk about what's underneath. And we are back under the hood of that 1940 Ford Deluxe, looking at a really clean and tidy engine bay. This car presents very well under the hood. Now that is not the original 221 V8 flathead that came with the car. Previous owner has told us that a year or so ago he blew the engine up and that he had a new rebuilt engine shipped from California from a place called H&H Flatheads. They rebuilt an era correct 221 V8 and he had a local shop here in Ohio install the engine and remove the old one. And we do have a receipt for the work swapping the engine, and we have the owner's notes on the engine that he had purchased. We've got a simple 2-barrel carburetor set up on top of the block there, and an oil bath air cleaner, typical of the time. You can see we've got a full-size battery there, which is awesome. Very well done underneath the hood. Everything looks right and period correct. Super clean firewall, everything's painted. You can tell a lot of attention to detail has been taken under this engine bay. Cool. The 221 V8 is mated up to a 3-speed automatic, or sorry, a 3-speed manual. My error, sorry about that. And it is a 3 on the tree car. So you've got your shifter right over there next to the column. Looking inside the car, it matches the exterior. Very well done. We've got a mixture of tan carpeting and gray fabric. And some error correct handles and cranks. Kind of a corduroy, light tan / gray fabric on the seats. My wife says I'm bad with colors, but it's kind of a light tannish gray, maybe beige, I guess you'd call it. It marries up nice. It's a beautiful combination inside here. Seats are comfortable, stain-free, tear-free. The back is huge. There is so much back room in this back seat. It feels like you're sitting on a couch. And just like the front seat, free of stains, rips, tears, looks beautiful. Side panels look great. Windows roll up and down. Nice tight headliner. And you can see we've got new piping here all along the door trim. Looks really nice. Let's hop on in, get to know this car a little bit better. The steering wheel is an extra large pizza. It is a really big steering wheel. 2-spoke, horn doesn't work. 3-speed again on the column here. It's just your typical 3 on the tree setup. Everything looks real original in here. We got a non-working clock over here above the glove box. Glove box opens by pushing this button here. And inside we have 2 different, yet the same, 1940 reference books. And these are really cool to look at. And the old diagrams, the way they explain how to do all kinds of work to your car in these too. Really, really cool. The clock does not work. Analog clocks usually don't when they're that old. The radio. Is that an original looking radio or what? Speakers down here behind this elegant grille. Unfortunately, we can only get it to make noise. We can't get it to pull in a station. Part of that may be our lack of knowledge of how to use this apparatus. This screws up and down and helps adjust the antenna frequency. The antenna's up through the ceiling right in the top center of the car up here. And something about turning this is supposed to help bring in radio stations. I guess I'm not old enough to know how to use one of those because I haven't figured it out yet. Looking down here, you can see we've got a auxiliary temperature gauge located under the dash. Over here, we've got a pull choke that works, a non-working cigarette lighter. And here's where there's a little problem. This is for your lights. It should pull a 2-stage, one there, one there. The problem is this is broken off. Doesn't work. So the lights do not work. I do believe if this were repaired that the lights would all work. Brake lights work because they're not related to this. So when you hit the brakes, they do come on. This car wasn't made with turn signals, so you don't even have a turn signal lever. This is a throttle pull. It pulls out too easily, in my opinion, and doesn't seem to have any effect when you do it while the car is running. So I believe that's inoperative as well. Looking underneath the dash, you can see here this lever operates the cowl ventilator, which I will show you now. You see it go up and down there, pushing and pulling the lever. And also under the dash are defrost pulls right there and there. And those just allow fresh air to go up through these little tiny slits to the windshield. There is no heater in the car. The heater was an extra and they didn't buy the extra, so no heater in the car, but it will blow air up to there using those vents. Over here we've got the really cool surveillance light, searchlight, and it flips on and off using this switch right here, and it does work. Really cool to have one of those, actually. Both sides of the dash have one of these. You push it in, you push it up, and it's a little tiny ashtray, really tiny ashtray. A couple other things. Original looking gauge cluster here. I love the Art Deco numerals and letters they've put on it. Very, very cool. And it looks nice. This is the push button for the push button start right down underneath here. So once you put your key in and turn it, it has a really cool mechanism. Let me show it to you. You put the key in, you turn it, you flip it to on, you put your foot on the clutch, you push on the button, and she fires right up. I haven't had to use the choke to start this vehicle, but we have been starting it in July in Ohio, so it's pretty warm here. There's no need for a cold engine start, if you will. I'm gonna go ahead and put the key in, and we'll get this. Okay, we've got the key in, and like I said, we're gonna push this to start. You can hear a little buzzing going on. And I'll push in the clutch, push my start button. Just that easy. And you can hear the engine, but just barely. I'm gonna give it a little gas. Awesome. Let me make sure we're in neutral here. That's reverse, that's first. We are in neutral. Nice. Great cruiser of a car. It runs like a top. Not big on amenities, great on space and comfort. Great to take the grandkids for ice cream, go out with the missus for a date night, cruise to a local car show, or just drive down a country road with the windows down enjoying yourself. It's like driving a piece of history. It's an absolutely beautiful car. Let's go give a listen to the engine and the sound coming out of the tailpipe. Runs like a sewing machine, and you saw how easy it fires up. Unbelievable. It is not a loud vehicle. If you do step on it, it gets a nice little burble coming out of the tailpipe, but it's not a hot rod. I think this engine's probably about an 85 horsepower engine or so, typical of the time for a cool family cruiser. Folks, if you got any questions about this 1940 Ford Deluxe, we'd be happy to help you out. Here at Cruisin Classics in Columbus, our number is 614-276-7355. We can help you with financing, we can help you with shipping, and we can answer your questions about this beautiful 1940 Ford Deluxe that runs like a top. Give us a call. Again, here at Cruisin Classics in Columbus, we're at 614-276-7355. We appreciate you joining us today. We'll be back again tomorrow with something else cool.